What is good, YouTube? I'm making this video on today, man. We got another trade that was tooken, and this trade right here is Gbpjpy. Now I'm gonna go ahead and explain this trade for y'all boys, bro. And I did learn something when I was back testing, and it's very, very valuable, bro. And it might help you a lot in your journey. I know it helped me in mine, but the first thing that I see in this type of trade, this is a Gbpjpy. Now the first thing I can say about this, bro, is that this is a nice quality setup. Keyword is quality, bro. This is a nice, clean, quality setup. And the first thing that I see is that it got a break of structure. Not just no regular one, bro. It's a big break of structure. We have a gap in the zone, which the gap in the zone is all right here. And I'm actually playing it back for y'all boys. The gap in the zone is all right there. We're below the 2-inch EMA on the 5-minute chart. We're below it on the 15-minute chart. And the best thing about this trade is that it really is a 15-minute setup. Like that's good right there. The next thing about this trade is that we're below the EMA on the hour chart as well. We're following direction and we have gaps to fill, and the gaps are right here. Now I just use those gaps to let me know that it has a reason to keep it to go down. That's all I say the gaps for, is that it has a reason for it to go down. Now we get to the 5-minute chart. There are gaps all the way down here as well, and that's good. That can qualify for a 1 to 2. But here's where it gets kind of tricky and kind of like messed up for me, is because it literally did not tap in right here. Like you see it, it did not tap in right there at all, which was like, bro, what are you doing? And it just kept on going down and filling in all the gaps that I wanted to fill in. I wanted to fill those gaps in myself with me in the trade, but it didn't do that. And it kept on going down and it finally started making its way back up. And I did happen to take this trade right here, and here's my mistake. This trade definitely did win. Let's not get it twisted, you feel me? It did win, but you see how it's making a higher low right here? That should be a sign. That's where you kind of want to get out. You want to get out somewhere right here, because what I like to do is when I hop in the setup, I'm aiming to fill in the gap. This gap has already got filled in, so there's no gap for me to fill in at all. So the best thing I can do is go for a 1-to-1, and that's what I should have did, but that's what I did not do. I tried to go all the way down here, which it didn't make sense because you see that it's making a higher low. So you might want to get out right here at a 1-to-1, but it tapped my 1-to-1 easy, and then after that it just kept on going up. It never hit that 1-to-2. Probably was a very, very great trade. I should have just been more smart and just got out right there, because it made sense to get out right there. But that's just something that we all got to learn through experience. I ain't lose no money, and I ain't make a lot of money on this trade, but I know if I would have just put $100, you know what I'm saying, would have been risking $100, it would have been $100 right there on that 1-to-1, on that, yeah, the 1-to-1. So that's all I got, bro. But another thing I do want to touch on is that there is a big difference between a quality setup and a quantity setup. You gotta do your own research with your own strategy. Now I looked at my notes, I looked at all the trades that I win on, and I looked at the trades that I lose on. I see that the trades that win look like this. They are bigger, more quality setups. Those little itty bitty trades that just got like 2 candlesticks and then come down and tap into your zone, those win sometimes, but not as much as a setup like this. So I call this right here a quality trade. This right here, this had the same issue, never tapped in, but you can see that if it did, if you would have did like this, it would have won. Like, you definitely won. But this trade right here is a quality setup, because just look at it, you feel me? I can definitely dive deeper on this in another video, but look at it. This is a quality setup. And I'm gonna give y'all another example of a not quality setup. And this right here, which I was looking at this, but I had to remember that this is not no quality setup. Just look at it, bro. It don't look good. I mean, it follows the rules and everything, but it don't look like nothing that really wins. You feel me? And the big difference is it's not a big break of structure. It literally has 2, you know what I'm saying, 2 blue candlesticks, bro. It's supposed to have like at least like 5 or something, bro. You know what I'm saying? This is a itty bitty trade, bro. And these do not win not win as much. They do still win, but not as much, bro. They low quality. You feel me? This is a quantity setup. You're gonna see these setups every single day probably, but it's not a quality trade, bro. It takes a little bit more time to have a quality setup, so you might have to wait a little bit longer for you to get that quality setup. And that's what I'm saying, bro. Hopefully it makes sense to y'all boys, but just take that and kind of back test with your own strategy or whatever you're doing. Look up the best trades that are picture perfect to you, and look at the ones that you kind of like, I don't know if I should take it, because this right here ain't got no clean major breaker structure. It got a little small breaker structure, and that's not, and this literally did not win. Now I didn't take this trade because I stayed down to what I was talking about. I'm not taking no itty bitty trades. I'm taking those big quality trades like this, and these are the things that win. So to look out for the day, bro. Make sure you stay prayed up. You feel me? It was Easter yesterday. Jesus Christ died on the cross for your sins. You are washed, bro. You are clean, bro. Just seek a relationship with Jesus and you good, bro. That's all we gotta say. That's all I gotta say, and I'm out.